Former President Edgar Lungu has been linked to a case where his wife Esther Lungu, her niece Catherine Banda, and 3 police officers are accused of stealing vehicles and a certificate of title belonging to Elizabeth Phiri, an Esther herbalist, and her daughter Fuhana Phiri. Testifying in court, Fuhana Phiri said she and her mother were summoned to Mr. Lungu's residence in 2022, where Ms. Lungu demanded they return $400,000, claiming they had taken it through her niece. When they denied it, 3 men allegedly threatened to torture them. Ms. Phiri said one of the men told Mr. Lungu that they were making fun of him, asked him to allow them to take the 2 to a place called Kampelwa, where they torture people. According to the witness, the said meeting started at 15 hours, and by midnight, Ms. Lungu repeatedly ordered them to surrender the property, including a Livala South house, a canter truck, and 2 vehicles. She claimed that the 2 cars were bought using the alleged stolen money. Ms. Phiri explained that she legally bought the vehicles through her salary as a civil servant, a 40,000 loan, village banking proceeds, and her husband's business earnings. She said her husband bought the Toyota Annex but registered it in her name due to tipping issues. In her continued testimony, Ms. Phiri said at midnight, a lawyer arrived with documents for them to sign. She says 2 men with guns stood behind them, and one cocked his gun, saying someone was going to die if they don't say where they had taken the money. She says out of fear, they signed the papers, which stated that they were donating the property to Ms. Lungu. The next day, the witness says Ms. Lungu called her demanding that they vacate the Livala house so she could rent it out. But Ms. Phiri says she refused, explaining that the house was bought with a loan from Chief Mukuni, not money from the former First Lady. She revealed that on January 10, 2022, she had been a witness to the loan agreement between her mother and Chief Mukuni in Jack compound, where the chief joked about giving her mother a loan instead of free money. However, when the loan agreement was presented in court, Ms. Lungu's lawyers objected, calling it fraudulent. They argued that the document was an afterthought and should not be admitted as evidence. The court has since ordered a handwriting expert to examine the document to verify its authenticity before making a final ruling. Trial continues. Darius Jonya, Tamo News.